Okay, so for me, if I was Stone Cold Steve Austin and I wanted to hit Paul Heyman with those questions that'll really make him, you know, I think just questions that the fans really want to know that really haven't been put out there. I think a lot of it has to do with the streak. I think that's always something that can be talked about because it was such a shocking moment and no one really expected it. And just when you hear back stories about how many people in that inner circle of people who knew what was happening, I think from what I remember was Undertaker, Brock, Heyman, Vince, and the referee. So there's 5 people who knew that Undertaker was going to end, have his streak ended, and just Heyman's reaction, I think, was just like, being in the building, like everything blanked out. Honestly, when I was in the building, once that 3 count hit, it was just like I lost all memory of what happened after that. Luckily, I had it all on video, but sitting there live, I was just in such shock, and that A, I have it on video, and two, that like this is really happening. So when I watched it back, literally that night at the hotel on the network, you saw Heyman go in there, his hands are over his mouth, people are all in shock, and that's what I would get Stone Cold to talk about, because Stone Cold himself talked about his reaction when he was watching in the truck. He wanted to see what would happen, and he was in shock. And just how people came up to Heyman, what Heyman has to say about it, how, his point of view of what the crowd was like and what was going on here and there, and what people came up to him before the show, after the show, during the show, what people were saying leading up into the match. And that's probably, I would think, the main point of that podcast. I think the most insightful for me would to know who, how, what, when, why, whatever with the streak. And then you can talk about Brock Lesnar, how the guy's kind of a hothead. That's goes without saying, and just being able to work with him going into WrestleMania 31, with everything, all the pressure, this, that, and really have him talk about his relationship with Brock Lesnar, what he's doing now, since he's not on TV, plans for Brock for WrestleMania 32. I know that's probably one of those questions you really want to push, because I'm sure there's no WrestleMania without that guy, and it would be cool for Heyman and Austin tease some sort of little match. I know Heyman's done it on the podcast, and it was gold, because it just made you like that much more excited, like this can really happen. And to have it happen on the network, to see the facial expressions on everyone as it happens, especially Stone Cold Steve Austin, he's a guy who, he'll tell you like it is, I guess. That's what he's known for. It'd be cool. It'd be cool to see. So, if that was me, those are some questions I would ask Paul Heyman, and I think it would be something cool. Just have Heyman, be cryptic or something to make us want more. But that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next video.